Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the Midcoast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist. Whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removal. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.
LCTV is your nonprofit community media station. Please donate at lctv.org to keep us strong. Thank you.
One, two, three, four. Well, I've been rolling in since the clock came Monday morning. From the end of the week, I'm bound to blow. Breeze walking to the honky-tonk like a pack of wolves now. Order up around the stripes and it's away we go.
Hello everyone, it's your favorite time of the week, 30 minutes of Wuzzup. Larry Sidelinger here with my co-host here this week, Sally Farrell from the Y, and TV Toby, Dinah Day behind the camera, and we're ready for another week of it, Sal.
We're
what
ready.
A great week for high school sports this week.
It's been so much fun following all the different teams, and it's always more fun when it's local, right?
And how about those three kids from Lincoln Academy, state champs, 3 state champs?
Fantastic.
That's pretty rare.
It's amazing.
Don't see that. You know, you see a team, maybe state champ, but 3 individual champs in the same sport, different weight classes.
And those boys are at the Y every day working
I was going to say,
out,
you know them all, don't you?
Congratulate them. Yeah, it's fantastic
you know them all.
to see them.
So what's happening at the Y this week?
Oh, this
With school
week,
vacation?
School vacation, so it's a little quieter. We've had a few members come in.
Well, they're all down at the expo cheering on the team.
Exactly. We've had a few members come in and say, what happened? What'd you guys do with the kids? Well, I assure you we did not do anything with them. We have a vacation camp, so we serve kids pre-K to 5th grade every day, so that's busy, and they're outside, and they're doing arts and crafts, and they're at the Y. And then tomorrow night we have a family fun night with many community partners, and so it's a free time to come from 5:30 to 7:30. 5:30 to 6:30 we have a spaghetti dinner. Everything is free. We have Healthy Lincoln County with us. Our friend Haley from Hardy Roots, a bunch of different community partners coming
Haley's
to help
not going to
us.
be there tomorrow night.
She's not, but Hardy Roots.
She's got COVID, she said.
Oh, there's a lot of that going around. Hardy Roots is coming though,
Hardy
so
Roots
they're
is
helping us out. So it's great, and it's a free event.
I was at the Y this morning.
Uh-huh.
And our friend Cynthia was behind the counter.
Yep, she was there early.
And she did not look real chipper and happy about being there at 5:30 in the morning.
Cynthia does not love the early morning. She will tell you that herself. So luckily we have new staff coming.
She was not impressed with that at all. I said,
Fair
smile,
enough.
Cynthia. And I kind of got this, looks could kill look. But I heard you got a new guy in maintenance, a young fella.
Yeah, someone he's also a student at Lincoln Academy, so that's great. And,
I talked to Jeff this morning, and I said, how's he doing? He said, doing a great job.
Yep. Ron got him all trained 2 nights ago, but it seems like our staffing troubles are starting to come out of it. So keep your fingers crossed for that, because the turnover just in all jobs, especially our child care and facilities and our tennis department have they're just so big. But we still have a lot of jobs, so you can always go to our website or our Facebook page and check it out. We would love to have new faces at the Y. Yeah.
So did you read the paper?
I did.
Did you really?
Yes. I take my job here seriously because of the high pay.
It has to be the pay.
It must be.
It's not anything to do with the company.
No.
No, it's the pay. All right, folks, we got all the news that is news, make you snooze. That'll be the Lincoln County news. Edgecombe's going to create they got the same problem
that
Damascotta's
issue as
got.
Damascotta, but they have figured out a way to correct it.
But this problem's like 50 years old.
The one in Damascotta is super old too. Very similar. I think it's similarly aged from the 70s.
Doesn't the statute of limitations run out or something?
Nope. And like whatever your acreage for what you were out of compliance for, you have to replace that with more. So it gets really difficult, especially if you look. Some of these grants that were taken out were for $25,000 or less, and now
it's not a lot of money.
No, but it's not just the monetary.
Do they have to pay back the grant?
I'm not even sure on all of it. It is complicated and not. That's why
Of course it is, because it's anything to do with the state and
yeah.
laws.
And I think that's why they've been out of compliance for 50 years, and then people have had to hire, consultants to help them. It's
The people
so hard.
50 years ago they were working with are not there.
Right.
And both sides of the equation.
Of course.
Town people as well as state. So you got a whole new bunch of characters trying to figure
Catch
out.
up with what the issues were. So
I just say wipe the state clean start over.
it would
again.
be nice, but
That would be
unfortunately, that doesn't seem the direction we're going in. So, but
No,
I'm
let's-
happy for
Let's see if we can
Edgecombe.
get some lawyers involved. Get the meter running like super fast, like on super high.
Right, we think the grant is a lot to pay back, but
Yeah, wait till they pay for a lawyer.
Yeah, and like also these town managers who have so many different,
Wear so many
tasks
hats.
on their plate now have,
And how many
they're
town
taking a lot of
managers?
time.
In 1970, we didn't even have a town manager.
Correct,
In
and now
Nemaska.
you have right. So it's hard.
You'd think that cool, smarter heads, you'd think there would be better use of their time to just say, let's put this aside and move forward.
I'm sure that the town managers would agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, do you remember who the governor was in 1970? You weren't even born.
I don't, so no.
Well, I was. So that's the same problem Damariscotta's got. They're
Yes.
okay. Well, we figured out there is no answer to that problem. So there is
Well,
an
we
answer
hope.
to cutting ice down South Bristol.
I
Those
love
guys
that.
got it figured
It's
out.
so neat.
I
to
was going
watch
down.
that.
I
What
forgot
a-
all about it.
Oh, it's such a cool. I know. Like I said, I've never been either, and every year it's just so neat. Look at that, and what history, and you get
Yeah.
families doing this
Yeah.
year after year.
But
It's
I'm
just
going to
such
tell
a
you,
great-
the ice cream social in July.
Yep,
I
fantastic.
won't forget that.
Okay.
I'll be there. That's pretty cool.
You better send your wife away again so you can eat ice cream, right?
It's good for my blood pressure anyway.
Perfect character of the county with
Perfect.
Smokey
Yeah,
McKean.
he
That's
truly
pretty
is
funny.
a character.
Absolutely.
Truly is a character and quite an accomplished guy. And musically, oh my goodness, there's nothing he can't play.
Right.
And he's been all around the world with his music.
That's so neat.
And he really is kind of like one of the godfathers of oyster growing.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
and Bill Mook and Dick Klein and some of those guys that,
Yeah.
they go back 30, 35 plus years. And last week we talked about this fox and
Yep.
supposedly she had all the permits and whatnot. Well, obviously she was missing a permit.
Oh.
Did you read that?
I didn't read that one.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Obviously-
And it's illegal to be in possession of that wildlife without the permit, I
without
see.
a permit.
That's...
And you go back last week's paper and she said she had the permits. Evidently she didn't have the right permit. So...
Welcome to the state again, right?
Welcome to the state. Yeah. Somerville up there, Mike Dorsey, he's got some concerns about the rule changes with OSHA.
Right. We don't want to make it anything more difficult for people to want to become volunteer firemen. I get it. You want them to be safe and compliant, but
I can't
we
think
need to
of
attract.
another organization that does any more training than the fire department.
Oh, constantly.
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 I mean, it's volunteer, but those guys are always doing something.
Yep.
And I know we don't have big skyscrapers or anything around here, which probably is another whole line of training, but geez, why make it any more difficult?
Difficult, right.
Why make it? Because
Yeah.
at one time or another, everybody has a need for a fire department.
Absolutely.
About something. So.
And then we always have the problem in Maine about access, sometimes reaching these places,
Oh, yeah.
and then we have to think of all the water training on the river is when the Coast
I'll
Guard would
bet
be
they
in-
get a lot of calls in the course of a year, especially the fire departments down around Bristol, South Bristol,
Yeah.
For water rescues and
Yeah,
stuff
and
like
even
that.
in the lakes,
In the lakes,
like
too.
there's so many.
Yep.
Yep.
So.
Well, here are the wrestling champions. So
There they
we
are,
have
huh?
Jacoby, Jaden, and Adam. It's fantastic. They
Now-
kind of look like they might be trying to crack a smile.
I don't know the other two, but Jacoby, he is Justin's son. Justin
Yes,
Hager's
and he's
son.
a freshman.
And he's a freshman.
So-
Yes, he was the one I saw last year working down at the Chamber Building. And he said, I'm
so
Jacoby.
funny.
I said, you must be a senior this year, aren't you? And
he
oh,
said
no,
he's
I'm
a
going to be a freshman. I was like, oh, geez, I'm getting old.
He's funny.
Yeah.
And then Jaden, there's a bunch of Lafrenays from Nobleboro. They've
Yeah.
always been involved
His
in
sister played basketball.
two sisters.
Two
It was
sisters.
Juliana and Paige. Paige
Yes.
is now playing at Thomas. I got that right. Juliana is coaching down at SMCC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're all athletic kids and they're a fantastic family. So to see,
Well,
and
he's-
Jaden and Adam both play lacrosse too for my husband. And then Adam St. Cyr is obviously Sean's son. and
He's the coach, the wrestling
his father's
coach.
the coach
Yeah.
who got coach of the year for the
Yeah.
wrestlers. So
Yeah.
it's just pretty fun to watch.
Pretty cool stuff.
Watch them, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to get more housing in Dresden.
In Dresden,
So
mobile home park anyway.
Yeah.
You know, it's
so needed.
It is. You know, when you go down in Florida, you see these mobile home parks where they're huge, and they do them up nice. They keep them nice and whatnot. And
as long as they can withstand all the storms, right?
Yeah.
That's the most important.
As long as wind ain't blowing.
All right, yeah.
All right, we did page 1, folks. Yeah, Sally and I are just moving right along through this. We can't go too fast. This is all about pace, Sally.
This is about
pace. We got to put
pace.
27 minutes on the board.
I saw that sports page though, and it looks like we could.
we can kill a few minutes.
And that's a lot of fun, right?
All right. Yeah. They're going to do a solar project up in Newcastle.
Yeah, I didn't see. Yep.
12 acre on Route 1. I don't know where 745 Route 1 is.
No.
Would that be out by where the boat place was out there? The boat storage place, maybe?
Oh, by John Trina's boat place? But that's not Route 1.
No.
Which place? No, but this is Newcastle. That's Edgecombe. Which place are you thinking? I don't know where you're thinking.
Where the coastal boat works was, right there on the right-hand side.
That's Edgecombe.
That's Edgecombe? Mm-hmm. Where's the Edgecombe line?
I think it's right there. I believe that's in Edgecombe, the coastal boat works. So. I'm not exactly sure where it is. We'll have to look when I leave here on my GPS.
Yeah, you better check that out.
I'll text you and let you know.
I think you could be wrong.
Okay.
I'm not saying
okay.
you're wrong, because I would
fine.
never accuse you of being wrong. But you might be mistaken.
We'll check it out.
Yeah. I see you got your badge on day.
I do, so people know who I am. I'm trying to remember. So
Maybe
I don't
need
forget.
to wear one. I probably need to wear one.
We could have you. It matches my sweater.
I need to write it on my finger or something. Yeah. Boy, we've seen that site. Clam digger going down river in the morning.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Have been really pretty sunrises lately and sunsets. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Wiscasset Chorus, they performed over to St. Andrews. Now, that's the elementary school, isn't it?
Yep.
You going to that spaghetti supper?
I'm not, because I'm trying to get to the Y spaghetti supper tomorrow night, so I think that's good.
Yeah.
Looks like Wiscasset might have a little issue with this Booth Bay Harbor man with the 1.5 million.
Hey, did you get down through that?
I did.
Seems like this boy's been through this before.
He was all ready to.
I wouldn't say he's a habitual offender, but it certainly seems like he's been involved in stuff before. So.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he'll settle for 6 figures probably. Never see the light of court. Yeah, all right, there, Sal. We've done about page 2 and 3 right there.
All right.
All right. So how are we going to make up? You're a teacher, ex-teacher.
Yeah, former
teacher in recovery, or whatever you want to call it. You're a recovering teacher.
It's a great way
So
to
how
put
are
it.
they going to make? What would you suggest they make up these school days? They got 7 or 8 of them make up.
I know, it just seems
How
that.
did they get that many?
I don't know, because I have to say AOS 93 is not in that. I think there's a lot of calling things quickly. I mean, they should be looking into doing some of the remote days to make up, but, and.
Would you do a day longer? Go Saturdays? Vacation?
So vacation's tough too. You don't get a lot of the kids, but I don't know. I know AOS 93 has been able to do it with early releases this year, manage it with early releases and delays. And I think they've only used 3 whole days. So I just think it needs to, and you want to be safe. I get that. It's child safety. You want to be safe. And some of these
Back
places,
when I was a boy, I want you to know, we went when the snow was cleaned up your backside and still went.
But also some of these districts are tough because they carry such a large area, and it can be very different on one side versus the other.
Certainly,
and so maybe you
the
shouldn't
Waldeboro,
close them all, but you want to worry about teachers who might be traveling.
So you still
But
didn't
there's
answer
a
the
lot.
question
No,
there, teacher. You
I
want to
know.
work a day longer, an hour longer every day?
I would
Would
do that.
That's what to me makes sense.
Because then it helps families a lot who don't have after school care is such an issue right now that it would help them. I would extend the day.
Let the teachers that you're already paying for, let them take them. I'd say keep them there until 5 o'clock at night.
You might not be too popular. Be careful what you say.
I'm not too popular anyway.
All right, fair enough.
But we get those school days.
Yeah.
Just think, the kids probably wouldn't learn anymore because there's a certain point in the day we just shut off anyway.
Right.
But you'd solve that child care thing.
Yep.
And you'd get the school days made up real quick.
A lot of them were those big storms that we had, though. We had some big storms that they canceled. Sometimes those get forgiven, and they don't. The state doesn't forgive them till later on down the line. So it'll be interesting
so maybe
what
like in
happens
May
with those when they've been able to
Yeah.
discuss that. Usually it does happen in April, because usually schools call their last day of school by April and have to have a plan, but sometimes you can get some things forgiven.
But you're an advocate for an hour longer.
I like
at
that.
least. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yep.
Yeah, I would go that way too.
And the other thing it can help with is getting kids after school snacks and some of the food that's necessary then, so it could solve a few problems.
Yeah. We solve a lot of problems here on this show.
I thought
Wuzzup,
that's why
you
we
know.
do this, right?
Oh yeah, we don't really want to read the paper. We're just trying to solve problems
Excellent.
for all these people that put their stuff in the paper.
Half hour.
Yeah.
We got
now,
it.
okay, so what's that thing that Waldoboro Historical Society, what is that Billy got? It looks like some kind of a cutter or a shear
I was
or
thinking
something.
like a wick cutter of a candle or something, but
That
it
might be
didn't
a
seem
good
like
idea.
need to be that
Billy's
sharp or
watching.
that
I
big.
know Billy is saying, well, that might be what it is. A wick cutter?
Sure, but I don't know if it needs to be that sharp, but something that
Well, I don't know.
maybe. That's what I think, so we'll have to ask. Or we can email our
Last
answer.
week's was a fire starter.
Okay.
You remember what it was? No, I don't either.
Last week is a very long time ago. There's a lot that's
it
happened
was. It was like a
since then.
lifetime ago.
Right.
I can remember what happened 30 years ago, but last week, forget it.
No idea.
No, I'm a little shaky about yesterday, if you want to know the
Exactly.
truth.
This school nurse, I love that, it's great because, school nurses have been one of these.
Do you know her?
I don't.
Miranda Jandro?
Jandro. I don't know her, but just, the school nurses have to deal with quite a bit, and they're dealing with a lot more than, they're dealing with the mental aspect of mental health also. So it's just amazing that she, it sounds like she's in the right spot for the right reasons.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
think
exciting.
my wife would like to do that when she retires, maybe a couple days
Yeah.
a week or something.
Yep.
But I don't know if she's ever going to retire.
Yeah,
so.
you're sending her back to work already.
Yeah, she had 2-week vacation. That's enough. Time to go to work, woman. What else we got here? They got a flooding problem, a mitigation plan over there at Davis Island. Now that is in Edgecombe, Davis Island.
Davis Island
Yeah.
is in Edgecombe.
Yeah. You live in Edgecombe, don't you?
I live on the line, but I don't. I live in Newcastle.
Oh, you're in
But my
Newcastle.
sister, who's the next lot over, lives in Edgecombe.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Letters to the editors. Any good ones in here that you like this
There was
week?
just a lot of people back and forth on, maybe
Well, I like the
Bristol
one
and-
Maya Drapkin there. Facts do matter. That was pretty interesting. And what is a Mainer? That's a good question.
I'm not a Mainer.
I mean, I don't hold it against him, but our buddy Bobby, he's from Massachusetts.
So am I.
You're from
I
Massachusetts?
sure am.
Geez, I wish you hadn't told me that. Now
Yeah.
I got to think all kinds of different.
You can get someone else in here if you want. I
you-
moved up here when I was a freshman in high school, so.
Oh, well, you're half Mainer
Yeah.
then.
I don't think they'd
And
even
Bobby's
call
the
it
same
that.
way.
Yeah.
I mean, Bobby's an old salt, really.
Yeah.
Even though he's a Boston boy, he's still an old salt right from.
Well,
you never know.
if you go into the grill, he has his
Hockey
hockey
pot?
thing. Well, a bunch we've given to him, but he has his picture when he played for Marblehead hockey. And I looked at it and I'm like, that's you. He goes, no one's done it that fast. He just has the same look. You'd be able to pick it out in a heartbeat. It's fantastic.
You got to get his hat just right
Yep.
there.
He just has a look. He's kind of shifty, looking to the side, and it's perfect. It's so Bobby.
One of the things that tickles us when we get ready to do Wuzzup, and as we film this on Thursday mornings, Bobby adjusted his hat.
Just so.
Like only Bobby can do.
Of course.
See a bunch of middle schoolers there went up to the State House.
That's
At least
always
Vitelli
such
there,
a
she
great.
had them up there. That's pretty cool.
What a great experience for
Yeah.
them to see, how things work. There's nothing better than getting that firsthand experience.
Yeah, and then when you
doing
get
it.
old like us, Sally, or me anyway, not you,
You speak for
me,
yourself.
you go up and say, what a frustrating
Right.
waste of time. I don't know. It's the most mind. I was up to Sugarloaf yesterday, WSKI up there, and did a show
Oh.
up there with those guys, and they was asking me about this bill that we just got passed, and it's just the most mind-numbing experience you can go through trying to get a bill through,
watching
the whole process.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so, well, the halfway mark, according to Glenn, I think we're past the halfway mark,
All right.
although it can be a long spring sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the snow will come in March when we're
Gee,
ready
don't
for it
say
to be
that.
over.
Well, I'm going to be gone for a week, so you got to.
Where are you going? Somewhere
you gotta
good?
pencil. I'm going to Arizona, so you got to pencil in another week with Bobby.
I thought
you're
next
not going to
week.
get
We'll
off that
see.
easy.
All right, we'll see. Browntail Awareness Month. Yeah, I guess those will be.
I hope they all
out
die in
no
February.
time. That would be great. That's when I think we need the extra
Do you
cold
get
weather.
reaction
but
to those things?
I've never had it. But
You never have? You
No,
must
thanks.
not.
That wasn't wood.
It's not a lot of fun.
No.
My wife is very susceptible. I'm a little bit.
And then it seems it's once you kind of get the oils, or it's hard to really get off of you,
It is.
and it just keeps. It
Yeah.
doesn't quit. No,
Yeah.
I've seen some people with some terrible rashes. It's awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love this derby with this Boy Scout troop. Looks like they're doing a lot of really cool things.
Yeah.
It's exciting to see all the
Once again, leadership.
Yep.
Leadership.
teaching it at a young age.
Yeah. You suppose that English teapot, coffee pot's worth?
I don't know.
Huh.
Depends if it's
Marilyn Bean,
sterling.
she's still pumping out about 3,000 words.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. She always gives nice shout outs to all the people who help her. It's
Yeah.
just so nice.
Yeah, I ought to get Don Kerrigan go up and do a story up there with Marilyn Bean.
Or maybe we could get Jonathan Riley to have her county character.
Yes.
That would be funny.
That would be
a
interesting.
good one.
Yeah, that would be fun. Mm-hmm. My friend Lydia, she's got
Yep.
and that's a really important bill that the people should be able to come from other states and come in here and work in the trade that they're trained in.
Right.
Why just
We
more
just like to
tests.
make it harder
Just
and then
make it
get
harder.
some money.
Yeah, make it harder. Yeah, yeah. And geez, a bunch of people in here in the obituaries that I didn't even know they were sick. Mm-hmm. Beth Quivy. Did you know Beth over in Wiscasset?
No, I know her. A lot of her family have been in the Y lately.
Yeah.
I think as they've been visiting her, they come
And Anthony
see
Hopkins. You must remember Anthony.
I sure do. There was a famous story of him on the reggae cruise years back.
I didn't want to tell that story. That's a classic. That's a classic Anthony story. Yeah. We'll leave that one for another day.
And Dickie Prentice?
Yeah, Dickie Prentice. Yeah, I didn't know Richard was sick either.
No. Zigzag welding, right?
Yeah.
I remember when he taught me what a zigzag was in welding when he
Did
was
he teach you how to weld?
explaining. No, he was just explaining the name of his,
Oh, yeah?
his word. It was for other reasons,
Yeah.
but nope.
Yeah.
He was also a character, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you never know when the good Lord's going to pick your number.
Nope.
Yeah. Nobro kids, they want a field trip.
Yeah, I know that boy Nolan. It's cute.
Do you?
Yep.
Probably there's no kid under the age 10 years old.
There's
you
a
don't
lot.
know.
Any kid who's in the Y, then I.
You know who
Yeah.
they are.
Yep.
Yeah. Another developer wants to buy the Wiscasset power plant, clean it up. How many times have we read that?
I'm not sure.
Huh?
A lot. A lot.
A lot.
And
They're
yeah,
going
what
to
they
put the
really
wind farm down Sears Island
need
down
to
off
get
Searsport.
into. Yep.
You're a boater. You've probably been up around that way before, ain't
Yep.
you? Oh, yeah.
Yep, we went up to Castine on our boat.
Isn't that
one
a fun
day.
trip?
Yeah, because we went to visit my son when he just started at Maine Maritime, and we went up and came back in one day. It was awesome.
That's a long ride.
Well, our boat isn't covered like your old,
Yeah.
this one is
Yeah, well,
pretty
mine
open.
it was a day trip just to get there.
Oh, yeah.
And
No, we were
spent-
able to go back and forth.
Yeah, we spent a couple days on the town dock there. Went up
That's
to
so nice.
Dennett's there. And,
Yeah, that's really-
and threw the $5 bill on the ceiling and drank
Yep.
the old engine case.
They've
adult
redone
beverage.
it. They don't have all that anymore.
Oh, they
They've
don't? I haven't
totally
been there.
redone it. It's fancy.
Really?
It's still not. I mean, you go there in the winter and there's no place open to
Really?
eat. But yeah,
Ha, no.
but yeah, Dennett's is all redone and fancy.
Dennett's Wharf. So I
Yep.
first drank old crankcase, they called it. It was just a stout,
Yep.
adult beverage. It was good.
It was good, huh?
Yeah, it was good. She's anybody's got brass enough to name an alcoholic beverage that. Old crankcase oil. Yeah, I didn't read Laurie this week, that Laurie Crook down Round Pond.
No, but look at that picture of them trying to, look what happened to those docks.
Yeah.
I was talking with Jamie Brinkler, who does a lot of work down in Round Pond on
Yeah,
the docks and everything,
sure.
and he's just was saying, so many people are going to get there and think nothing's wrong with their dock because it might look the same, but really what's happened underneath,
lifted.
it's going to, that he's expecting a,
Yeah, I'm
a
sure.
lot of work. So.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah, my husband had to go out. His parents are in Browns Cove in Round Pond.
Oh, yeah.
And like that thing came off the cribbing totally loose. They had to put a dinghy in during that storm and bring it back and tie it off to moorings. And yeah, it's going to
Not
be
good.
interesting.
Not good.
All these marine construction guys are going to be pretty busy this
Yeah.
spring and summer.
Yeah, well, they're rebuilding. I talked to my friend Martin Lehman. They've got the
Yeah.
fishermen are volunteering a couple of guys a day to help with, can't remember what his name is. It's down there rebuilding that dock. Fink? Ethan Fink?
Ethan, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's rebuilding that dock, and it's
Yeah.
a slow go, he said. But
Absolutely.
a lot of work. All right, we're on the sports page. We got 4 minutes here. We might not get off this
How
page.
did we do that?
That's a lot.
I know. We have swimming. We have basketball.
You know Piper Carlton?
I do. I
did
had her
pretty well.
also.
You
She's
had her.
a good kid there.
Let's see. Is there any kid on here that you have? Well, probably Waldboro. You don't know all those kids.
She's an Edgecombe girl, and yeah. And the other boy in swim, Liam Card, I had him also back in the day.
Yeah.
A Bristol kid.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of these pitches, the basketball pitches, I happen to see some of these guys being taken. So,
Yep. Well, we have Catherine McKenney and Maya Cannon.
Yeah.
They're both. And then
Yeah.
you have Tucker and EJ and Gabe. It's fantastic. Lucas had a great game the other night.
Boy, he sure did, didn't he?
He was finishing all of his layups at the end. And
He's going to need to have a great game tomorrow night, too.
Yep.
I mean, they've got their hands full. They can beat Oceanside. I don't know if they will, but they can beat Oceanside.
it's hard to beat a team 3 times
It
for
sure is.
Oceanside. And Oceanside didn't look that, they didn't have rhythm like Lincoln had at least the
Madonna
first
gave
half.
them all they wanted defensively. Offensively, they couldn't do anything.
No, we stayed till halftime of that game, but it just didn't have the excitement.
Madonna didn't play well offensively. They beat themselves over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
But defensively, when you hold a team that's scoring 90 points a game to 39 points,
Right, that's
you've done a pretty
something.
good job. On the other side, Madomic's averaging 69 points a game. They only got what, 29 or something?
Yeah, it was
30. It was crazy. So
Yep, tomorrow will be exciting to see who we end up with.
it's
right?
just been a great week of high school basketball. I had the privilege to work with Don Shields and Terry Spear on the radio broadcast from 106 up to the Gulf Civic Center.
Yep.
And saw some great Camden. We did the Camden boys game. They beat Noble. That was a little bit of an upset. Not Noble, Nokomis. That was an upset up there. And then they got beat last night. But they gave Hamden all they wanted for a while.
That's so fun.
So it was good stuff. So. But it's all coming to an end.
Yep.
I will mention that Gabe Hager's been invited to play on the McDonald's
Oh, great. I did not
All-Star
see
game,
that.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
Good for him.
And then we have state Class B triple jump champions here and all the track.
Will
on
Rush
the
from
basket.
Madomic won
Yeah.
that. I mean, the coastal kids just did really, really well here.
Yeah.
In all kinds of, and even the girls.
Yep.
The girls wrestlers did well.
Yep.
I think the girl from Madomic won a state championship or something.
One from Oceanside. She's a twin.
Oh, Oceanside.
Maddie.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
That.
She and her twin, who was a boy, they both won in their respective classes. So that's pretty cool.
Can you imagine what those tussles must be like around the house? Don't give me any grief.
Stop wrestling.
As the kitchen, the living room
Shaking and
goes upside, the couch goes upside down. Yeah, pretty fun stuff. Well, I don't know. We're just barely going to get into page 2 here, folks. There's not a lot here. A lot about the Bristol, South Bristol, the ice harvest, and the rabbit there. The story about the mother-daughter. We didn't talk too much about that.
No, that was
About
neat.
the stuffed dolls
Yep.
and stuff. You know. Yeah, Veggies to Table, they got another kind of a grant. She's always getting a grant for something.
Yeah.
She's a good grant writer.
Her dahlias are just
Yeah.
amazing.
And congratulations to Jaden and Jacoby and Adam.
Yep.
Grady and Giacomo, all kinds of Marshall Addy. Boy, he's a terror on the football field.
Yeah, I met him the other day. He was
Did
in
ya?
the Y.
Good kid.
They were all excited to see him, all
Yeah,
his
good
other
kid.
wrestling buddies, so that was
Yeah.
pretty fun.
Good kid. So we got 30 seconds and less. What you got planned for this weekend? Tell us all about your thing going on down at the Y.
So we have our family fun night that I'll be at tomorrow with a bunch of community partners. Free dinner, spaghetti dinner made by Cynthia Weiss. So that's a good
really?
reason
You got
to
any
come
gluten-free?
down.
I'll be down.
We can get you gluten-free.
I'll be down. I love spaghetti, but it's got to be
Amazing.
gluten-free.
I'll have to talk to her. Remind me.
Then I'll forget to come.
Right. This will all be made for Larry, and then you won't show up. That'd be great.
If somebody sends me, where are you? I'll come.
Excellent.
Folks, we thank you for watching this version of Wuzzup. My special thanks to my guest here, Sally Farrell from the YMCA, TV Toby. He's on the floor here, Dinah Dave behind the camera. And that's it for next week. We got one more week. Bobby's going to be gone, and then yours truly will be gone. So Sally's going to be holding the fort here for a while. So that's it for LCTV's Wuzzup. I'm Larry Sidelinger, Sally Farrell, Dinah Dave behind the camera, and TV Toby. Say goodbye.
LCTV is your nonprofit community media station. Please donate at lctv.org to keep us strong. Thank you.
Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the Midcoast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist, whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removal. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.